Welcome to CalBay's presentation on testing electronic medical devices. In the next 7 minutes, we'll highlight why so many Fortune 1000 and venture-backed medical device companies choose CalBay Systems as their provider for functional test. Our clients make Class 2 and Class 3 medical devices, and therefore require the highest level of quality when testing, whether in R&D or manufacturing. CalBay's test expertise is world-class, having built systems for bedside patient monitoring equipment, portable medical devices, as well as Class 3 implanted devices. We work with our clients at all stages of FDA approval, whether the device has a 510(k) or not, whether it is still in clinical trials or fully approved and shipping. We can assist you with an appropriate functional test and data analysis strategy. Every client's set of requirements are unique. There are various analog, digital, and RF signals that need to be acquired and measured. Instruments need to be selected and a test rack designed. A fixture must be built to interface seamlessly with the unit under test. Test software, which talks to the instruments, the fixture, and the UUT, must be written and validated. Operators need to see whether the UUT passed or failed, and the test results need to be written to databases and shared with your MES or ERP. Finally, managers and engineers need high-level reports of the data. In the regulated world of medical devices, compliance is key. Documents like IQs, OQs, and PQs must be written for each ATE, and all components must be documented and qualified thoroughly. Having a scalable hardware and a software platform is critical since it minimizes the time that must be spent on validation. Luckily, CalBay builds ATE systems every day with tremendous experience of the medical device ATE process. The bottom line, we understand your requirements and can ensure your success in test. So, you may ask, how can CalBay ensure quicker schedules and higher quality in test? The answer is simple. Our standardized test foundation delivers 60% or more of your system requirements as an out-of-the-box solution. Let's start by looking at the test rack solutions. Obviously, we can deliver 19-inch rack solutions like any other integrator. In the medical device industry, however, we've designed the Flex ATE, which utilizes National Instruments PXI as well as Agilent and Keithley instruments. The Flex ATE has an ESD-safe work surface on top where different fixtures can be connected to a mass interconnect. We utilize a standard tower PC to ensure compliance with your IT department. The rear view above shows how all the instrument selection, mounting, and wiring is done by CalBay and delivered to you as a ready-to-run turnkey ATE. Every Flex ATE is personalized for each client based on the requirements of the UUT and the client that has a single part number for ordering. It's also worth noting that the Flex ATE has undergone and passed several FDA audits. The single biggest contributor to schedule delays is software development, which is why CalBay's Flex Framework software is so important. Covering 60% of the core requirements out of the box, the Flex Framework standardizes how the other 40% of the custom tasks will be implemented. From a big picture standpoint, the Flex Framework software sits above the test rack hardware and underneath the enterprise software such as Interstage. The Flex Framework will handle all software needs for the local ATE and communicate to the Interstage server, which handles hooks into your ERP, suppliers, and reporting. Taking a closer look at the Flex Framework, we see 3 core areas handled. These are standardized processes for test configuration, execution control, and execution status. Every ATE will handle these components in the same way. We have defined templates and a process to ensure that all stakeholder requirements are properly documented and seamlessly integrated into software. These documents rigorously define the custom ATE components such as test step software, test script configurations, and test results. The Flex Framework has 2 flavors, one which is open source and LabVIEW only, and a second which leverages TestStand. Our test results are written in a defined XML schema, which can be automatically pulled into tools such as Interstage. The next standard is instrument class drivers and UUT drivers. The Flex Framework uses an object-oriented approach that allows for instrument simulation and the interchange of instruments. The test steps are written to talk to instrument classes rather than to specific instruments, which has 2 key benefits. First, the instrument drivers are truly plug-in components, so any Flex framework driver can be added to a system and immediately used without code modification of the test steps or test scripts. Second, the instrument drivers have a defined way to simulate, so that the developers can make progress on test step code even if they don't have access to instruments or UUTs. The Flex framework software ensures that each ATE is running properly and writing results to file. Next, let's talk about how to effectively use those test results. IntraStage is a centralized database and middleware, offering connectivity between all of your ATEs and your supplier's ATEs, as well as allowing synchronization to your ERP or MES. One big advantage of IntraStage is that it has hundreds of ready-to-run web-based reports that help you analyze your test results. This picture is another view of how IntraStage fits into your enterprise. In each division, there is the possibility of test data or a desire to review data from other divisions. For example, IntraStage can allow the test data reports from the manufacturing line to be shared with the repair depot, giving a repair technician real-time access to a part's history. Another example is the sharing of Pareto charts from manufacturing, repair, or the field back to R&D to assist in design decisions. This graphic summarizes IntraStage. Any type of test data can be adapted and brought into the structured database. From there, the data is securely archived and hundreds of reports are available via web pages. The product allows for hooks into ERP systems as well as tools like Excel, Minitab, Jump, and Diadem. This CP or CPK report is commonly used by manufacturers to monitor Six Sigma compliance. IntraStage allows any test data measurement acquired by the Flex framework to be viewed as a process variable, allowing for real-time SPC on anything you are measuring in the enterprise. This report is just one example of the out-of-the-box capabilities of IntraStage. So, in summary, Cal-based Test Foundation enables medical device companies to build test systems faster and with higher quality. Our off-the-shelf solutions provide documentation and training and minimize custom software and hardware development. The bottom line for you, easier FDA compliance and less time spent on IQ, OQ, and PQ documents. Our 16-year track record is filled with success stories as a preferred supplier for most of the top medical device manufacturers in the U.S. Our clients choose CalBay because we dramatically reduce their risk while accelerating their schedule. Please click on the link below to fill out a request form, and one of our experienced staff engineers will call you promptly to discuss your testing needs.